following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, why every man in my thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me, big up the girls inside the party, let's get down to crazy Jimmy, big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your wanna be, Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Stars.
Hey ho, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good time in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. Hope everybody's doing well today. And we have a fun show for you guys. Before I tell you about it, let's say hi to our Curl Outrageous Man About Town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Yes, and Astro opens every show. It's amazing how this dog knows that it's like the cue is like, okay, Astro, go, open the show. Look at him, look at him, look at him. He's performing. Back with the desert voice, everybody, of a mess. So you have to listen to raspy Ron Russell. I went to the eye doctor and I have an infection in my left eye. So he gave me antibiotics and I have fluid to put in my other eye. So I can't see too good right now until the medication wears over.
You have to take it for a week.
This is all related to the desert. I have allergies to the desert. So if I didn't even want to leave, I have to leave. But I want to leave. The first time I lived here for years, I had the same problem. Then I moved to Florida and it was fine. It cleared up. And I was back to talking normal and seeing normally. Now it's happening all over again. So I guess I don't learn, do I? That the desert and I just don't work. So pardon me if I sound raspy and gravelly, but that's the desert.
Anyway, you guys, we got a fun show for you today. What's up, chat rooms? People are starting to show up. Cindy Ladylike, hello. Thanks for all your help. Stefan is in there. Say hi to Tina for us. We have a really fun show for you guys today. First guest is going to be Alan Danziger. All you horror fans will know who he is because he's Jerry in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974. And I had a little talk with him earlier today. He's very cool. We're going to have a good time with him. And then we have Rockstar Psychic Ray Star coming on. So it's going to be an interesting show, different kind of show. And I think you guys are going to have a good time.
And Jimmy and I are dressed alike by accident. How do you like that?
I put this shirt on and came in here, and he was not paying any attention to me.
Right. And then I was late today getting ready for the show, so I quickly grabbed any shirt I could out of wardrobe. And it just so happens, coincidentally, that we're in the same shirt. So now I could sing.
Well, Cindy says we look so cute in matching shirts.
We look alike. We sing alike. We're the Bopsy twins.
There you go. So yes, we do have the same shirt on, like twins.
Except I look much younger.
That's probably true.
It is true. I look about 20 years younger than he does.
Oh, so. I should move this up maybe. So in the meantime, what else is going on for you?
What's going on for me besides being blind and I can't speak and I can't breathe and I can't walk and I can't talk? What else is new? What is new? What is new? What is new? What is new?
I don't know, you guys. Thanks to everybody for asking how my kidney stones are doing online.
Right.
I'm having a little thing on Monday to go in and break up the kidney stones. So hopefully that'll make me feel better because right now I've been like giving birth for like over a month and it's not any fun.
Astro, quiet.
And
Astro, quiet.
Astro's barking. He has to always be a part of the show anyway, so it's a lot of fun.
No,
I want to say hi to
no.
Sylvia
No.
Polite. She's like listening. She sent me a text. The phone is in the chat room. I don't know why the dog is barking, but we want to thank everybody for tuning in every week. You can listen to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. We're on Libsyn, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. Those are the most popular platforms. We're on a bunch of like 150 other ones, but those are the ones everybody pretty much pays attention to.
Tell them about the award we won.
We told them last week. We didn't win an award. It's just where we are. So we're number one for film podcasts, film interview podcasts, you guys, on Apple Podcasts out of about 1 million shows. We're the number one, and we've been there for like 10 days. Hopefully it'll continue. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in, and you can listen to us. A lot more people listen to us than watch us, but you can listen to us on like I said, Libsyn, or you can go on to Apple Podcasts or Spotify or iHeartRadio or SoundCloud. We're on all of them. There. Good. And I had something else I was going to say, and now I totally forgot what it was. Oh my God.
I wrote on Facebook. I am still writing on Facebook this morning, and my article is, it's the quality of work, not the quantity of work, that satisfies an actor, a good actor. I have come to the conclusion that the quality of work is far superior than how many films I'm in. People like to count how many, they're in 110 films, they're in 50 films. They think that's important. But they could be in a film for 1 minute and they use it as a film credit. So it's all bullshit. What's really important is the quality of your work. And if you're in a fine movie with a good script, that's rewarding. I think that comes with age. When you're young, you want to get as much out there as you can. And when you get to be my age, you realize that quantity is not the thing. It's quality that's the thing. So now I only look for quality scripts. So I may not work 1 or 2 movies a year, but that's fine if I did 1 movie a year that was quality. I mean, I guess everybody in the business agrees with me, I guess.
No, it depends on who they are. I think it depends. I think people who are, not everybody's in it like you are for the work, like to do a good, to be in a movie, a good movie, do a good job acting. A lot of people are in it for like, they want to be famous.
Well,
so it's totally different.
Those are the people that don't last long. The people that want to be famous don't last long because if they don't become famous, they drop out.
Right.
So they're who cares about them? But a true actor, a real actor who enjoys the work, wants quality work. We want quality scripts. Everybody in Hollywood is angry about this woke shit because woke has ruined all our film. It's more political than it is interesting. They're more interested, Hollywood, in getting everybody happy than getting one person happy. Story can only go so far. You can't make everybody happy with the same story. Some people watch it and think it stinks, and some think it's wonderful. So the woke stuff has got to go. Hollywood has got to grow up and realize that actors are actors, and actors are allowed to portray other people. I mean, I don't think that because I'm gay, I can only play a gay person. That's nonsense. I'm an actor. I play everybody.
Which you have. You haven't even ever played a gay person yet.
Right. I could be Chinese. I could be Jewish. I could be Spanish. I could be anything. I could be an American Indian. I'm allowed. I'm an actor. And woke says, no, you can't, because you have to be that nationality or quality. I don't know. Anyway, it stinks.
Anyway.
We have to get back to old Hollywood.
Good stories.
Where stories are important. Because you can just do so much beating everybody up, fighting, and so much of this violence. You're filling all the young people's heads with blood and guts and violence. It's okay to stab, to kick, to beat up, to be wild, because Hollywood is permitted. In my day, Hollywood had censors. We weren't allowed to do certain things, and I grew up with those censors. And people my age all had those censors. That's why when I was a young person, we never heard of stabbing and killing and the garbage that goes on today. It never existed. I remember the news, 11 o'clock at night, the news would come on and it would be Joe Blow's car had a flat. You know what I mean? It was nothing. The news was
Nobody
stupid.
wants to see
It was
that anymore.
stupid. Or they talked about President Eisenhower and the Korean War, that sort of thing. But we never had these stabbings and these putting people on fire in subways and all this grotesque, hideous stuff. It's terrible. We've got to stop it as human beings, and we've got to go back to being decent people. Not us, but those criminals out there. Have some taste, for Christ's sake. If you're going to be a criminal, be a tasteful criminal.
Anyway, I think it's funny. So, you guys, we're going to bring on our first guest in 1 second. His name is Alan Danziger. You also know him as Chainsaw Jerry. Before we bring him on, we're going to play a quick little, like a couple of second video, and I'm only bringing it on kind of like as an introduction. This is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre's chainsaw dance, and I bring it on. It's super famous. It's short, so we won't get flagged for it. And I think you guys will think it's fun because it's one of the most influential movies in the history of horror. We're going to play this 20-second video, and then we're going to bring our first guest, Alan Danziger. So take it away, Juan. There you go. Sorry, let's bring him on.
Hello.
Hey, Alan, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Excellent, excellent.
I'm excited. All right, let me do an actual introduction. Hey, everybody, now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, Alan Danziger, also known as Chainsaw Jerry. Hello and welcome to the show.
Glad to be on. Glad to be on.
I'm excited that you're on. I'm a big fan of your work. This is my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hi, chain gang. No,
Chainsaw Jerry.
chainsaw.
Easy for you. Easy for you to say.
So you guys have something in common because he
Yes.
was, where were you born?
Brooklyn.
He's born in Brooklyn and he's born in the Bronx.
That's not anything in common.
Yeah, it is. It's New York.
No, they're too far. No. Brooklyn does not like Bronx. Bronx does not like Brooklyn because Bronx thinks that they are the ultimate New Yorker. You talk to somebody from the Bronx, they swear they own New York. And you talk to somebody from Brooklyn, and we know we own New York.
Oh, yeah. What do you
tell him
say to
I
that?
resemble that remark.
Yeah.
But it's true.
That was good. I
It's
resemble
true.
it.
I mean, I've met so many people, and they come up to me and they say, "Oh, Ron, I'm from Brooklyn," and I say, "Oh, really?" Or they say they're from the Bronx, and then I'll say to them, "Well, which do you prefer, Brooklyn or Bronx?" And they say, "Neither. We think they both stink. We like Manhattan." So I have to sign their autograph quick.
I love it. I think it's fun. And you're similar in age, and he's still acting, and you're acting.
I'm 86 years old, and I'm working on a TV series soon. It's called The LA Mob Story, and it's how the mob came from New York to LA. And it's a wonderful script with a hell of an ending. And I hope we get picked up as a TV series.
And actually,
Because it's really good stuff. It's about time we have interesting writing.
and Alan has a new film that we're going to talk about after we talk about Texas Chainsaw Massacre a little bit. And actually, he's actually got the shirt from his new movie. It's called Weed Hacker Massacre, and he plays Dancing Shoes.
No, I play
the
Sheriff Dancing Shoes.
Yes, Sheriff Dancing Shoes. We're going to play a trailer and stuff for that in a little bit. So you're in Texas now, though, right? You don't live in New York anymore.
No, I'm in I'm in Austin, Texas.
I love it. Austin's a
Nobody
great place.
lives in New York anymore with that shitty mayor they got.
Stop that.
Oh,
So
let's not
anyway,
go there. Let's not go
yes,
there.
we're
Come
not
on.
going there. We're not
No,
going. there.
Let's keep it upbeat. Let's keep it upbeat, guys.
No, we're going to keep it totally upbeat. So you guys, first
I'm
of all,
not a fond person of communism. I don't care for communism.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm beginning to see that.
yes. So we're going to go back. So first of all, you guys, Jerry is the van driver in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 1974. His Instagram is Chainsaw Jerry, and his website is Chainsaw Jerry.com. And the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is one of the most influential horror movies ever made, and it helped launch the modern slasher genre. So one thing I noticed, you were in Toby Hooper, who's the director of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You were in his very first film that he did called
Eggshells.
Eggshells. So how did that come about?
It came about in that my background actually is in psychology and social work. I got a master's in social psychology and a master's in social work. And while I
Okay.
was doing social work, I met a young couple by the name of David and Amy, who went on to get married. But anyway, Toby's movie was ostensibly about this couple and the house that they were living in, which was like haunted in some respects. And so, because they were doing volunteer work with me, he asked if they could shoot a scene at my house. And at the time, I was married, so my wife is in it. My son, who's 8 months old, is in it. I think there's a parrot that's in it, and they liked how I guess I came across, and they kept adding scenes for me to be in. And the movie came out, and nobody saw that movie, and about 3 or 4 years later, I got a call, and they asked if I would play this character Jerry. In I think the working title was Head Cheese or Leatherface or something like that, and so I said, yeah, I do it. They gave me the script. I went home and read it, and I just was. It just took me over. I mean, it was just something where you couldn't put it down, and so I said I would do it, and I guess the rest, as they say, is history.
History, absolutely. So did you have any idea that the movie was going to be so popular? Like, I mean, it really took off.
Absolutely not. In fact, as I've mentioned, he brought me in to watch some of the rushes, and and after I saw some of the daily rushes, he said, "Alan, what do you think I could do to improve the movie?" And I said, "Well, have the seats facing away from the screen." And he didn't like that, and so he never called me back. But that tells you how much I knew, because the movie is now. It's considered a perfect movie, as Quentin Tarantino said, and even Guillermo del Toro, says it's an excellent movie, and Steven Spielberg, Oliver Stone, all have talked to Daniel Pearl as to how he did some of the shots that he did in that movie. So there you have it.
I love it. So you guys, anybody who has never seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I just took this off IMDb. 5 friends head out to rural Texas to visit the grave of a grandfather. On the way, they stumble across what appears to be a deserted house, only to discover something sinister within, something armed with a chainsaw. You guys, the film stars Marilyn Burns, Alan Danziger, Paul A. Partain, William Vale, John Dugan, Jim Cito, I'm not sure.
Cito.
Edwin Neal and Gunnar Hansen plays Leatherface, who's actually been on our show before in the past. And I think it was a great movie when it came out. I was super young when it came out, so I probably didn't see it till I was older, because I would have only been 10 when it came out. And but I think we've had almost everybody who's played Leatherface on the show. We've also had Caroline Williams from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, Bill Johnson, Bill Mosley, R.A. Mihailoff. We've had all the different people come in through it, and so you did the film, and then you kind of like didn't act anymore for a long time, and for like 50 years, and you actually had a career.
That was it.
I mean, career that wasn't in acting.
No, I mean, after that movie, I went from the nadir, or the apex, to the nadir, where I was an extra in Willie Nelson's movie Honeysuckle Rose, and then actually after Chainsaw, I did a vignette with Eagle Pinnell, who was doing a movie that became, I think, Last Night at the Alamo, or The Whole Shooting Match, and he was a brilliant guy. Unfortunately, he had some alcohol problems, and he died way too soon. But I shot a couple of scenes with him, and then left to do an S training in Colorado. I don't know why, but when I came back, he decided to go a different direction, and that became, I believe, The Whole Shooting Match, or it could have been The Last Night at the Alamo. Both excellent movies. But anyway, yeah, I didn't do anything because my background was in social work. I wasn't an actor. In fact, at the Kentucky, where when I was in Lexington at Spawn of Scarefest, I actually introduced myself to James Janice, who did the best funny review of me, where he called me this 30-year-old disco stew looking dude from Chainsaw. So it was a kick, and we did a clip that hopefully will go viral soon. But anyway, that's the whole story. So what's so amazing that after 50 years, this movie has just grown in popularity. We were honored at the Museum of Modern Art at Beyond Fest, and it's unbelievable because, like I say, we're really a vanishing breed. Gunner's gone, Marilyn is gone, Jim Seedow, a lot of folks are gone.
You're one of the last original members still alive, right?
Yeah, there's only about 4 of us. We're the last of the
You and John
Mohegans.
Dugan. John Dugan.
Yeah, John's around, and John was 20 when he played Grandpa. Now he doesn't need the makeup. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one good thing. But at the Spawn of Scarefest, this fella, a makeup guy by the name of Joe Castro, made him up again. And so it was a happening there. It was a happening.
I love it. So what do you? First of all, I read someplace online that the conditions were terrible in
They were
filming
bad.
it. It was in Texas
No,
and it was hot as
yeah,
hell.
yeah, they would be on. They would be on terrible. I mean, you're driving in a van with Toby and the sound guy, and Toby smoking a cigar. The windows are up. I mean, it was brutal. And then in the house, there was no air conditioning to shade everything, and plus you had rotting bones by then. You had
Yeah,
rotting
it must have
meat.
smelled terrible.
And then Gunner's costume, which they didn't have a replacement, so he wore that, for 2 weeks. So as I've said, all the Febreze couldn't get the stench out of what was going on,
That's hilarious.
in that house. It was something else. It was something else.
So I have because you were also in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D, or at least in a flashback, right?
Yeah, and as I've said, I got more money for not being in the movie than I got for being in the movie, because they showed clips, and so I got paid more for that.
So I wrote down, but since it was a flashback, it may not be totally like work. I wrote, what is it like working with your fellow original cast members nearly 40 years after the '74 classic, and working on a modern 3D version of the franchise? Because it was written by Adam Marcus, which I'm working with right now on a film. And
Well, yeah, well, the thing is, I mean, they just used clips, so no, I didn't. Although John Dugan actually is flying down to Austin next month, which will be my 84th birthday, and we're going to shoot a scene for Ray Spivey's new movie called Soul Hoarder. And I've already done a scene, but he's writing a special scene for the two of us, to kind of bring us back together. So I'm excited about that.
I don't know, I love it. So there's 9 Texas Chainsaw Massacre films. Have you seen all of them? Do you watch them, or did you not watch them?
I've seen a couple. I mean, I liked the one with Jessica Biel. I kind of liked the 3D movie for some of it, and even the one that what's his name did, David, the guy that did the Netflix, David Allen Blue, or David something Blue, David Garcia Blue, or David Blue Garcia. That's it, David Blue Garcia, and that was shot in Bulgaria of all places, and the Leatherface that played that, a fellow by the name of Mark Burnham, actually flew down to Austin a few years ago when at Pecan Street that we set up a table, and was like a little bit of a reunion.
Yeah, I actually, I've met him. Well, I've met almost lots of people from the cast of it, or we've had them on the show, so it's been a lot of fun. Okay, hold on. Let me just move through here really quick. So, I was also going to say, so after 50 years, being away from acting, what surprised you the most about becoming more famous now in your 80s than you were in your 30s?
I mean, it's a kick. I mean, I'm a geezer now, so the fact that people want to, come and, speak with me, I mean, it makes me feel great. And after the con was over on this past Monday, I actually saw a new movie. The working title is Rocky Wake, with a young director by the name of Dylan Anglin. And they were just so wonderful to work with, and so appreciative. And after we shot the scene, they almost got like a standing ovation. Well, they were all standing, but an ovation's an ovation. and then I took pictures with everybody. So I'm looking forward to seeing it when when it comes out.
Because I noticed too on your IMDb, you have several other films that you've done just recently in the last couple of years. One of them's called Storage Locker. One of them's called Cannibal Comedian, which I think you narrated.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, in fact, I did the beginning narration, and Ed Neal did the ending. And the reason that came about because I met a really terrific fellow who's an actor and a writer by the name of Mark Cirilli, and actually he's writing my autobiography as we're coming to Dakota on that. And I think that's going to be a great read because we've got some interviews with people that fans of Chainsaw will love to hear some stuff that I don't even know. I didn't even know about, and some dialogue from Marilyn Burns, who taped some hours of tape about her experience with Chainsaw, and some of that'll be in the new book, which is I think the title is Chainsaw Jerry, or How a Kid from the Bronx Ended Up in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So I got a lot of things, on the horizon, and my dream is to be really the Colonel Sanders of horror, and the fans may make that dream come true for me.
Oh no, I think it's going to happen. So you guys, you can go to chainsawjerry.com for his website. He even has a new bobblehead that you can order off of his website for on there. And he also has Chainsaw Jerry's beef jerky, and his slogan is "A cut above the rest."
No. On the blade it says, "We were the meat."
Oh, okay. I took that. I don't know. I took that from someplace too, and I got it
No,
wrong.
I had that, but I think that the "We were the meat" is even better.
No, it actually is better. So I also I was just doing research on you and the movie in general, and they say that the line that you say, "That's the last goddamn hitchhiker I ever picked up," that was totally like ad lib. That wasn't actually part of the script, and you did it, and they kept it.
That and the one where I said, "Hey guys, quit goofing on me." That's become like a meme. And somebody just told me that there's my shirt. That's the story. Ron Bozeman, who was the production manager on Chainsaw, borrowed my shirt for a long shot that I wasn't in, and unfortunately, he never gave me that shirt back. And I kind of hated him for about 50 years, but I've let it go. But that shirt was my favorite shirt, and I got that here in Austin at an Indian boutique. But a super fan by the name of David Munoz found similar fabric, and he sent it to me, and I've made a shirt. So now when I go to some of these cons, I'll wear the shirt. And the other neat thing is I have the same model van that I drove in the movie sitting in my driveway, and I was scrolling through a website, a chainsaw website a few years ago, and I was scrolling and I see this van on blocks with a phone number on it, and a fan said that looks just like the chainsaw van. So I called the number, and the fellow that answered, his name was Scott Key. And just to make conversation, I said, "By any chance, are you related to Francis Scott Key, who wrote the Star Spangled Banner?" And he said, "Yes, I am." He was great, 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 whatever nephew. And I said, "Well, I'm the OG. I think I'm going to have to get the van." And we worked it out. He trailered it down since I didn't have a way to get there. And about $25,000 later, it's restored, and I take it around. And not only that, but I've got Franklin sitting in the van right now.
Does it have air conditioning?
Yeah, now it does. Now it does.
Because that's funny. I love it. So what kind of a what do you think about the whole thing just in general? Like, you're in this movie, it's a cult classic. They made 8 more of them after that. Obviously it's one of the coolest things like ever for people on the other side, but how is it for you?
I mean, it's an unbelievable privilege that after all these years, even the people that like some of these other ones, when they compare it to the original, it's like we still come out on top. And I think it's just the believability of this movie. It almost seems like it's like a documentary, or that it could really happen, you know. And I've told this, but my parents were retired and living in Florida, and they ended up taking an aunt and uncle to watch this movie in a porno theater. And I think it was a double feature, and the second feature was Debbie Does Dialysis. So
Oh, shit.
and my mother, during the scene where I'm walking in the house, to get whacked, my mother started screaming in her native language, which was no language. She grunted, and they almost escorted her out of the theater.
Unbelievable. All right, so you got a new film, kind of new film. I noticed it's on Tubi and Amazon Prime. It's called The Weed Hacker. I keep saying Weed Whacker. I don't know why. The Weed
No,
Hacker.
that was Weed Whacker was taken, so it's the Weed Hacker, and it's kind of a horror comedy, a combination of things. It's kind of pokes fun of all the sequels, that movies made, and that was the brainchild of Ray Spivey, who I met and who wrote a scene for me from his first movie, Storage Locker, and then we just hit it off, and I threw out some ideas, and he had some of his own, and that produced Weed Hacker Massacre. And the punchline is, once you stop laughing, you'll start screaming.
Oh, I love it. I wrote down cult following among indie horror fans because it mixes self-aware comedy, low-budget splatter, and a movie within a movie. Storyline, directed by Jody Stelzig, writer-producer Ray Spivey, which I also read online that you contributed some of the ideas for the film, and that you play Sheriff Danzon's shoes, and that Paris Randall's in it. Paris Randall's a good friend of the show. He was, when we came on the air 18 years ago, he was one of our first guests ever, and then we had him on again last year. And
he's terrific, and he's terrific in the movies. A terrific guy, and I met him at a cult event a few years ago, and hit it off. And I love the guy, and he's brilliant in this movie.
I know, he's fun too. Just in all his movies in general, he does a really good deal. So what I want to do is play the trailer for the Weed Hacker Massacre. I want you to introduce it for us, and then hang on, we're going to play it, and then we'll come back.
Yeah, it's a fun ride, and there are two young people that are in it, Molly and David. I forget his last name, but that doesn't matter. But they're terrific in it. It's a fun movie.
Absolutely. So here it is, everybody. The Weed Hacker
Massacre.
Quiet on set.
Cut! It's the name of the movie, The Weed Hacker Massacre.
Yeah, the Weed Hacker Massacre.
We are trying to finish this film, but our actors and crew keep disappearing. Some say it's because we're shooting on the same site as the gruesome murders that happened 10 years ago.
You are killing me with these bounce checks, DJ. We can't lose any more people.
I promise from now on, everyone stays. They'll have to be dragged off the set. We're not just making a movie here. We're making a profitable movie. Even if it's like every profitable movie ever made. We're doing this for the ticket-buying public and for those that share Netflix passwords. Stop the movie! Unfair pay! I'll pay you time and a half if you stay.
What do you say? Can we get 3 more good days in?
No.
Time and a half! Time and a half! Time and a half! Time and a half! You ruined my freaking movie!
So you got good distribution with Buffalo. It says Alan Danziger's The Weed Hacker movie. So you're the executive producer, maybe? Or something?
Yes. Yeah. You are correct, sir.
I love it. I also wrote down that you've been in a bunch of documentaries and special appearances: The American Nightmare, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Shocking Truth, Cinemassacre's Monster Madness, Texas Chainsaw 3D, and Moxina. I don't know what Moxina is. The other ones I know what they are. Uh-oh, you disappeared. What happened? Uh-oh, I don't know what happened. Hey, Juan, what happened, you know? Hello? Hey, Juan, maybe put me back. I don't know. I don't know what happened here. Do you have any idea? Okay, everybody. This show is not going well right now. He's on the phone, probably on his phone. He probably got a call. Okay. Hopefully he keeps going. Anyway, all right. So you guys. So again, this is Alan Danziger, Texas Chainsaw Massacre from the original one. His website is chainsawjerry.com. He's got a great bobblehead that you can get going from there. He played Jerry the van driver in the original 1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He's got this new movie called The Weed Hacker, and The Weed Hacker Massacre, that is on Tubi and Amazon Prime. Stars him and Paris Randall. I'm not sure who the other people actually are because I didn't know who they were, but Paris Randall's been a guest on the show. He's a lot of fun, so we know who he is.
I'm back. I think I can hear you now.
Okay, good. I was just reiterating it all. So you're the executive producer, and you did all these. What's Moxina?
What's what?
Moxina.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, I went on. It said under documentaries and special appearances, and you were. I've seen a lot of the documentaries that you've been in. But
Well, yeah, there may be. I'm also in. It's called Chain Reactions, and it's a number of directors, like Patton Oswalt and Stephen King, and how this movie influenced them. So I'm in that one. I guess I'm in some other ones that I don't even know about.
That's funny.
But Chain Reactions is a wonderful documentary. Excellent.
I love it. All right, so here's something that I like to ask people, and it's kind of different for you, I think. But as an actor, male and female actor that you would love to work with, they could be living or dead.
I mean, because I go back to way back, would be Bela Lugosi, Lon Chaney, Boris Karloff. I would love to work, and I guess Vincent Price. Those would be the top four. In that genre.
And give me a female that you would like to work with.
Wow. Let me see. I mean, I guess Elizabeth Taylor.
There you go.
And I mean, there's just of course, say Meryl Streep, but I mean that's just so out of my class, But you can dream, can't you?
Ever been in any movie that's ever been made? What movie would you like to have been in?
Gone with the Wind.
Do you really? Okay, I've seen it twice, but I don't know. It's hard
Or
for me
I guess, gosh, I don't know. I guess anything that Steven Spielberg does, he's phenomenal.
Yeah, he's got a new movie coming out this weekend. That's gonna be good.
I've seen it.
Do you watch horror movies in general? Like, are you a horror movie fan in general?
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, people ask me, do I know this? I don't know any of it, and I don't know. But
you don't really watch them.
No. I mean, I like movies like one of my favorites would be Shawshank Redemption, or Annie Hall, and stuff like that. And a movie that's a small movie, but I can relate to it because of how the fans are. Was I think Burt Reynolds' last movie, The Last Movie Star.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that movie.
I actually went to high school in Florida, and Burt Reynolds' brother was my high school football coach, and Burt Reynolds' nephew was a really good friend of mine. So he used to come to school all the time and hang out with us. He was really cool.
Yeah.
To get to be able to do that. So I love all of that. So what do we have coming up that we can tell everybody about?
Well, I'm next month I'll be going to the East Texas Comic-Con for the first time in Longview, Texas, and it'll be like a mini reunion. John Dugan is flying down, and it'll be like a road trip. I mean, we're like the Cheech and Chong of horror right now, and so he's great. He's great to be around. I think we'll have a lot of fun, and then who knows? I mean, I'm hoping that Soul Hoarder will take off eventually. Once it comes out. I hope that folks get a chance to see Weed Hacker Massacre, because the more views we get, the better. Streaming doesn't pay that well, and so we need a lot more. We need a lot more people to see that movie, and it's a fun ride. And I think, and I have to give a shout out to Ray Spivey because he took me he took me away from that mound of whatever happened to the one-hit wonders, and he brought me back. So I owe a lot. To this guy.
Funny. One-hit wonder, like I think of that in music. I don't think about it so much in movies, but no, you're not a one-hit wonder, and I think it's great. You guys, Weed Hacker Massacre is available on Tubi and Amazon Prime. Watch it on Tubi; it's free. And again, you can go to chainsawjerry.com if you want to get. You sell the bobbleheads there, right?
Yeah, I do, and the bobblehead is actually in the bobblehead Hall of Fame in Milwaukee. I'm up there with uh, who am I not? I'm with Ruth Bader Ginsburg, I believe, and Bernie Sanders and Albert Schweitzer, I think. So you never know what life holds out for you. Because I wish my parents were alive, because my mom was disappointed. She wanted me to become a doctor, but I came close. I became a patient.
Yeah, I love it. So you guys, please follow Chainsaw Jerry on Instagram. I think that Texas Chainsaw Massacre is one of the greatest movies, horror movies ever made, and I am a big horror movie fan. I like all of them. You know, I'm big into Hellraiser, Friday the 13th, all the Saw, all the different ones, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre is way up there, and I want to thank you for coming on and talking with us today. I think that it's amazing what's going to happen, and I think you're going to get bigger and bigger. Actually, now that you're back, I think that more and more people are going to cast you in films, and it's going to be an amazing thing for you.
I appreciate that, and I hope so. Another thing is, I met a young lady at Hooper's in Kingsville a year or so ago, and she's got a YouTube channel called Scream Therapy, and it's villains in therapy. And I did some podcasts with Jayla Gray where I analyzed, because of my background, Jason, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, and Leatherface. I think there's some fun things you'll get out of it if you tune into Scream Therapy, Villains in Therapy. You'll enjoy it.
And it's on YouTube.
On YouTube. YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
I'll watch that later today. All right.
Check
So
it out.
thank you so much, Alan. We appreciate it, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, everybody. So we're going to take a quick music break. This is the band is called Slightly Left of Center. The song is called Euphoria. And check it out, and we'll be right back.
I can see deep into the future. I can see the lights that lead up at the end. I am in light and I am wild with nature. Feels like I've been reborn again. I feel a wonderful sensation. Something tears away my body from my soul. I throw away all of my inhibitions, and I start to lose control. Because everything is fine when you're hanging out around that time. It's a perfect formula, living life in euphoria. I live my life in I am an optical illusion on a nebula that floats around in space. I live my life like it's a wild illusion, 'cause I'm in my happy place. Hey! Nothing can hinder this elation. Ain't nobody gonna stop me from my goal. I'm high on extrasensory perception, and I'm in complete control. Because everything is fine when you're hanging out around that time. It's a perfect formula, living life in euphoria. I live my life in The music gets the best of me, 'cause it's a perfect place to be. I'll pull your body next to me to sweep you out your feet. So hit the lights, we're going all the way tonight. I'm gonna take your mind for a ride.
Hey, everybody. So that was Slightly Left of Center. The name of the song is Euphoria. And they were actually, believe it or not, they were a guest of ours a long time ago when we lived in Pennsylvania, actually. But because we're getting flagged for certain music, I have to find music that we can play that we don't get in trouble. So I don't exactly remember what the interview was like, but I know that they were on back, I don't know, that's a long time ago we were in Pennsylvania. In the meantime, you guys, in a little bit, we're going to have our next guest come on. His name is Ray Starr. He's a rock star psychic. He's great in the music industry. And everybody says hello. They're dancing with the song. Welcome back, Ron.
Hey.
Okay, so, hey, Astro.
Again, it brings me back to my article this morning. It's the quality of a show, not the quantity that counts. And I'm all for quality and not quantity. Quantity is trash. Quantity is anybody to fill a part. Quantity, that's what quantity is. Quality is when you get somebody that is worth watching or worth seeing. That's what I like, quality.
Hub Reynolds says, my movie star Goodfella is back 100%. Hey, Hub. We want to say happy that your father-in-law did good through his open heart surgery also. So sending you hugs and happy that everything is working out for that. Did you know that?
No.
Okay.
I don't follow all the stuff that you do.
I just see the post on Facebook when I look on Facebook. I think that, Facebook only shows you the things from the people that you interact with the most. They only show you like 25 people.
I'm getting fed up with Facebook. Facebook has now become a courtroom. They're asking you questions about, should this one get the chair? Should that one be killed? Should this one be deported? Should this one not be able to speak their mind? I think it's hideous. I don't like any kind of censorship. The moment you censor me, I'm gone. I don't like it. Freedom of speech is a wonderful thing, and everyone has that ability. That's the American way. I was raised on that we have freedom of speech. We can give our opinions on things that are going on. We can give our opinions on people in office that we don't particularly care for. We cannot be censored. We cannot be told, let's not go there. We cannot do that. We cannot do that. That's what the communists want us to do. But we're not communists, we're Americans. And we don't like communism. So if anybody out there is a communist, go back to where the hell you think communist belongs. It doesn't belong in America. I'm an American. I'm a proud American. I love being an American. And I love the power that we have. And that power is freedom of speech.
So we're going to play a song, you guys, that we haven't played on here in a very, very long time. And it's by an artist that Ron and I both like a lot. He was actually at our event that we did in New York last night, but I wasn't there. And his name is Leon.
Oh, yeah.
And the name of the song is Love is a Beautiful Thing. And it was released on Spectra Music Group. And it's a really good, fun song. And I think you guys will like it. And I think we haven't played it in probably
a long time,
8 years or something.
And Leon wrote that song, and we were the first people to hear it before it went out to the public. And I said to Leon, this is a hit song.
It's absolutely fantastic.
And he said, I hope so. And I said, I know so. It's a beautiful song.
And it went to, it actually went on Billboard. I think it was like at the very top of Billboard Hot New Singles back in the day. And now remember, we're talking about maybe 8 years ago or 9 years ago. It's definitely when we were in Pennsylvania, because we saw him perform it in New York City.
Central Park. Leon is a beautiful person. So a beautiful person sings a beautiful, like Johnny Mathis. Johnny Mathis is a beautiful person. So his music is beautiful because he radiates his beauty through song. And it's the same thing with Leon. Leon is a super duper nice person.
So here it is, everybody. Leon and the Peoples.
And the Peoples.
Leon and the Peoples is the name of the group, and the song is called Love is a Beautiful Thing. Enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Complicate is the only way now. Communicate, no one seems to know how. Learn to hate Somebody told me, listen to me, have you heard? Love is a beautiful thing. Love for your brothers. Love is a beautiful thing. Love for your sister. I said love is the reason why I go wild. Love is the reason why I have a job. Say I elevate the way you think now. Educate so your children know how. Separate yourself from the crowd. Let them know how we flow when we know that love is around. Somebody told me, somebody shared the word. Somebody told me, listen to me, have you heard? Love is a beautiful thing. Love for your brothers. Love is a beautiful thing. Love for your sister. I said love is the reason why I go wild. Love is the reason why I have a job. Say God, love is a beautiful thing. Love is a beautiful. Love is a beautiful thing. Love is a beautiful. I say love is the reason why I go wild. Love is the reason why I have a job. Walking high on a wire. Now I look at the sky. I can see it all now. We gotta take control of our lives. We gotta do the things that are right. Gotta come together. Break down these walls, yeah. Love is a beautiful thing. Love is a beautiful. Love is a beautiful thing. Love is a beautiful. I say love is the reason why I go wild. Love is the reason why I have a job. Say God, love is a beautiful thing. I'm talking about love is a beautiful. Love is a beautiful thing. I say love is the reason why I go wild. Love is the reason why I have a job. I say love is a beautiful thing. Love is a beautiful thing. I said love is a beautiful thing.
Right?
Hey, everybody. So that was Leon and the Peoples. Love is a beautiful thing.
The only thing is, that's not the version that I heard. The version we heard in Central Park was not so rappy. It was more of a
Oh, yeah, you had the whole band, too.
yeah, and it was more of a what was the song? Romantic song. The music was "Love is a Beautiful Thing." It was a beautiful song. I'm not happy with what he's done with it. He's made it rap, and he's anyway. That's his business. But it's not the.
But it did go to #1 on Billboard, you guys. So.
Yeah, it's not the original one that we heard.
And he has a whole album of stuff that came out. I don't know what, I think it's just called Leon and the Peoples, but the music is really good. And he's just a really cool guy, which we're hopefully going to use in one of the movies that we're going to be doing soon.
What they do is they write a song. It could be a very beautiful ballad. And the producers will say, it's not selling. This ballad is not working. Let's make it rap, or let's bring it somewhere else. And they did. They brought it with the homeless. They brought it with integration, which is great. I mean, all the things they did with it was political. Again, politics and music. I feel that that song, the original, was such a beautiful lyric and a beautiful song that it didn't need politics in it. Because when I heard it, it was about two people being in love. And I thought that's what was so great about the song. So if I see Leon, I'll tell him that too. I'll say, I mean, it's going to make money. And I guess that's what.
I think it's already too late because it's already been out for 8 years. So
right. Well,
it's already done what
but
it's going to do.
You can revise music. You know, music is never old.
That's true.
Music is never ever old. I mean, I'm still dancing to C.C. Pennington's Finally.
Peniston, yes.
Peniston.
Which we watched the other night, you guys. We watched what's the name of the movie?
Priscilla Queen.
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, which
again,
actually was better though the first time I saw it 30 years ago.
Because it was shocking. 30 years ago, we didn't see drag queens and we didn't have all that we have today. RuPaul has certainly changed that with all the drag queens that he promotes. So Priscilla, Queen of the Desert is not shocking or I remember it being very, very like a freedom movie because it was opening up what gay people are like in some certain ways. And I like that about it.
No, it was a good movie.
Yeah.
It was still good. And I think that it has great music in it and it's a lot of fun. It just, you're right, I guess because we're desensitized because we see so much other stuff now that that came out, 30 something years ago that was shocking or 40 years ago, but it's not shocking anymore.
But music never ages.
Neither do movies, really.
I'm talking about music itself. I mean, I could still relate to Marvin Gaye and Tammy Sherrill with Ain't No Mountain High Enough. I hear it and I still want to dance. I mean, it's great. And that's an old song way back. We're going way back to the 50s, 1950s. So yeah, music never ages. And music is absolutely what brings people together. There's no such thing as prejudice in music. People of all colors and creeds and nationalities dance to the same music. And that's when we're one, when we're on the dance floor and we're all different people. But yet
Ain't No Mountain High Enough a dance song? Not really, right?
Yes, it is. Ain't no mountain.
No, I know the song. I just
ain't no.
I think somebody else sang it too, right? They're the originals.
They're the originals that I love. And I of course, we danced to Marvin Gaye and Tammy Sherrill. We danced to everything in my day. We heard a bell, we danced. It's true.
What are some of the biggest dance songs from your day?
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
Happy Days.
5, 6, 7
Happy
o'clock.
Days.
No, that's not Happy Days. That's rock.
But that is the theme song for Happy Days.
They used it, but before that, it was a great song that we danced to. I was about 16 years old when we danced to Let's Rock. Rock Around the Clock, and all the other ones. La Bamba. La da 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 la bamba. Da 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 la bamba. Da 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 da.
No, that's a good one. They made a movie about that. Richie Valens.
That's right. I used to dance to that at a club called Gildays in Woodside, Queens. They had a band up there, and we used to wait for the band to play that song, and then we'd all get out there and dance our heads off like wild people. It was savage for us. It was wonderful. We had great music.
Obama wasn't really your day, was it? No, I thought that was like the 70s or something.
No. The La Bamba was out in the 50s, my friend.
Was it really?
Oh, sure. I was 16, 17 years old.
When did La Bamba come out?
I used to sneak into the bar because I was underage. So we used to pass draft cards back and forth.
Oh, the movie. I don't mean the
movie. The movie came years
The movie
later.
came out.
The song La Bamba was out. What's his name? Who died in an airplane crash?
Richie Valens.
Richie Valens. And that was out.
1958.
That's right. I was 18.
And the movie came out in 1987.
I was 18 years old. We danced to a lot of stuff. That's all we did was dance. It was wonderful. Anyway, what can we talk about?
I don't know. What do you want to talk about? We have 10 minutes till our next guest comes on.
Let's talk about
something fun.
Well, like Johnny Mathis. Now, Johnny Mathis had hits like Wonderful, Wonderful, and beautiful ballad hits. Then came the 70s. And he wasn't so big anymore because his ballads, nobody really wanted. The young people didn't want his ballads. So Johnny Mathis decided to sing pop music of the day. He failed. It was terrible. Nobody wanted to hear Johnny Mathis doing stuff like that. They wanted the smooth roll of his voice. So he was smart enough to say, okay, can this bullshit about being in, and let's go back to what's important. And he did. And he started doing show tunes, which made him popular again. And that's why he's the #1 singer in the world as far as selling music.
I like his duets though. He did a duets thing where he did it with popular people, and I thought that was beautiful. Not
Yeah.
every song, but most of the songs were fabulous.
But they didn't do well. They didn't make money. They were not Chances Are.
No, definitely not.
You know what I mean? Those
Is that his biggest hit?
Chances Are, Wonderful, Wonderful, all those songs were major hits. I mean, they were up on the charts forever. And I saw Johnny Mathis for the first time on, I think it was the Ed Sullivan Show. And I was turning to one of my friends and saying, this guy is going to be fabulous. This singer is incredible. What's his name? Let's remember his name. And I did remember his name. And I followed his career. And I had the pleasure of knowing him 3 times. I've met him. I've been in his company and I spoke with him. And Johnny Mathis is his music. He is soft. He is kind. He is loving. He is just gentle, just like his music. It's amazing how a person is their music, and he is definitely their music.
Jeff Caperton wrote favorite song in a movie with a question mark.
Was what?
I don't know. Do you have a favorite song from a movie?
Oh, sure. 3 Coins in the Fountain, Love is a Many Splendid Thing. The World of Susie Wong, there was beautiful music in that. We had beautiful music in the 50s. All the scores that we had to the motion pictures were just beautiful.
I like that song from The Officer and the Gentleman. Love
all,
Lift
all our
Goes Up.
soundtracks were great. Now they have this hideous noise in soundtracks.
Not all of them. No, not all
They
of them.
do. They do. I hear it. It makes me nauseous.
You just don't like it because you don't like movies that have play music all throughout the whole thing.
No, but I don't want that noise. You can't hear. What's his name? Jason Statham, who I like so much. When I watch his music, his movies, they all have that.
Ron doesn't like it when the movies they're talking and they have music playing in the background, but the music always is louder
It's not
than
music. It's noise. It's sounds. They do it with the machinery.
but it's always louder than the people are talking, so it's hard to hear the people talking.
And
which
it takes away
irritating.
it takes away from the dialogue. Listen, if you need music to make your scene important, then you're not a great actor. Because a great actor doesn't need music to make their scene important. Just their voice and what they're saying is important.
I like the songs at the beginning, and the song at the end is obviously the most important one. Or if there's like a love scene or something, you know, and they're playing like music because they're not talking. I like the music when they're not talking, but I don't like it when they're talking. And then the final credits song, that's the big song that always becomes the big hit.
Again, if you need music to make your performance work, you stink. And a lot of actors need music because their voices are not that, I guess, impressionable or whatever you want to call it. I don't think I've ever had music to me in a movie because my movies are so shitty, they don't do anything like that.
The Beast Inside has music in it throughout the whole movie. Not when the people are talking, though. Not when the people are talking, I don't think. But it's got music throughout the whole
Beast
thing.
Inside was lucky enough to get, what's his name? Is it
Randy Edelman.
Randy Edelman, who's a great composer. So that was a fluke. But the majority of the horror films have shitty music.
Yeah, you're right.
It's junk. So that's
or they don't even have music. Actually, I don't think a lot of people don't even know that you're supposed to do soundtracks to movies.
Right, they have screaming. But we're going. Hollywood has finally woken up, and we are going to get better films because we're allowing white writers again to write. There was a period of time where they weren't hiring white people. They wanted black people's voices in the movies. So they were hiring black writers and they wanted them to put their ideas and feelings into a film, which is only fair. But now they've stopped that and they're just hiring people of quality, no longer of color. And that's how it should
Unless
be.
they're good.
That's how it should be. Because there are so many people out there, all colors, that are fabulous writers and have great scripts that they want made movies, but they have difficulty getting funding. Funding is not easy.
Not even for the big films, you guys.
Years ago, you belonged to a studio. So if you were under contract to Warner Brothers or 20th Century Fox, they would finance the film. So the head of the studio would say, listen, we've got this property. It was a Broadway play. We think you could use it, and we're going to make a movie out of it, and we're going to finance it. So you didn't have to worry. A writer got hired for salary. He never got hired on the basis of if the film makes it, you get paid, which is
Back
sick.
end.
Back then. Back then, you were on salary, and everybody worked in the studio. A studio was a wonderful thing. When we lost the studio, we lost film. Because today you can't make a film under 30 million. I know that sounds ridiculous, but 30 million is the bare bottom. That's the bare minimum for a good movie is 30 million.
Actually, that's not true. I don't agree with that.
I agree with that.
So there's 2 horror movies that came out right now. One
I'm not
called,
talking about horror movies. I'm talking about quality film.
okay, well, there's a movie called Obsession, and they made it for $750,000, and it just broke $100 million because it's a new, unique concept. It was made by a 20-year-old director who was popular on YouTube, and now he's been offered $10 million for his next film, Sight Unseen.
I'd have to see it to see what a 20-year-old's got to offer.
Well, and then there's another guy who's 27 who did one, and it just he did his for that much too, and he just broke. I think they're at like 70 million in 1 week.
Okay. Writers, good writers, famous writers of years ago, all were in their 50s and 60s because they've lived and they knew what to write about because they lived. A 20-year-old hasn't lived yet, so I don't know what the hell they're writing about. And maybe that's why films are not so good, because films of a 20-year-old don't have the depth that they have when you're 50 or 60. So it's quality writing again. It takes years to write. Some people that
I think it's just an original story. I think it's something that
well,
hasn't been done.
it's a story that appeals to certain people. Now, this film I haven't seen, so I can't talk about it. But a 20-year-old wrote it. How much life has a 20-year-old got in him to write about? How many experiences has he felt? How many experiences has he gone through at 20? I don't know about that.
I don't know, but it's the
all I know is the great writers like Tennessee Williams and the rest of those guys, they were all old.
yeah, they wouldn't make it today though. Their
Oh,
films
yes, they
wouldn't be
would make it today
successful.
because their films are still being played. And they're Broadway, they're still on off Broadway and whatever. And revival, they're bringing back so many Tennessee films or stories are back. They're classic. Their writing is classic writing. I mean, Gone with the Wind still plays. Could you believe that? And I look at Gone with the Wind and I think it's as corny as hell. But it holds up because it's got an interesting story.
That's true. That's true. Anyway, you guys should go see them. I haven't seen them yet, but one of them is called Backrooms and the other one is called Obsession. And they're the most successful films of this year. And the Obsession film is looking to possibly be one of the most successful films in the history of films because it didn't cost anything to make it.
Well, I want to see Steven Spielberg's
New movie. Also, you guys, He-Man and Masters of the Universe is out, and everybody was saying it wasn't going to do good, but I think it did really well. I mean, it's cost $200 million, so it takes a little while to recoup $200 million, but I think it's going to do really well. Everybody who saw it, I saw all the reviews, everybody said it was fabulous, and it was a lot of fun.
What, Spielberg's movie?
No. He-Man and Masters of the Universe, starring Nicholas Galitzine.
Oh.
The guy that we interviewed for Michael Damian's movie.
Yeah, who's green as they come. So he's another one that's young. The world belongs to the young people. They have to learn like we learned. And they will learn. I mean, I know a lot of actors who, if you bring up a film when they were 25 years old, they say, oh, Ron, please. Oh, my God, that film, I was so bad in it. And they realized that they were green. And their acting got better as they got older. Naturally, the more you do, the better you get. So we cannot dismiss age, or we cannot dismiss life.
So actually, Juan asked if we saw the trailer for Ice Cream Man, which no, I haven't seen it yet, but I do need to see it. I think that's the guy from Oh, I forgot. That's like a really big director who did it. But I heard it's actually going to be good. It's coming out soon. Who is it? Eli Roth, maybe? I forgot who it is.
Well, getting back to Steven Spielberg's movie, they're claiming with the publicity is good PR, that it's going to change religion, that people are not going to believe in Jesus anymore. Excuse me. They're not going to believe in Catholicism or Judaism, because they're going to finally expose how we got here from another planet. And it's an alien movie. And I know that Spielberg is going to do a fabulous job with it.
Oh, I think so too. I don't know if people are going to give up religion, but
Well, no, but the idea is it puts doubt in your mind, because after you see this movie, you're going to say, you know what, makes a lot of sense. And it could possibly be. So therefore, he's opening up the minds of people with a new thought. And that's good, because we need new thinking in movies. We can't see the same movie over and over and over. You know, the same script, they make it a Western, then they make it a gangster movie, then they make it a love story.
yeah, it's the
but
same movie with a different setting.
Yeah, but it's all the same script. I mean, I sometimes watch movies where I know the dialogue and I've never seen the movie before, but I know some of the dialogue because it's the same crap over and over. So Spielberg loves to open minds. I mean, E.T., all his wonderful movies.
Hey, I was on last night. You ready to go? We got a new guest.
Yes, let's go.
All right, let's bring him on. Hey, Ray, your microphone's not on. Say something. No, we can't hear
Can't
you.
hear you. We read lips, though.
Yeah, we read lips. That oh shit was there. Actually, Juan, can you help him? Look in the chat room, and Juan will tell you what to do.
You could kill this whole show.
No, this one I have to. I mean, really important. All right, Juan, take him out and see if you can get him to talk to you, and we'll come back. There we go. So you guys, this is Ray Star.
I'm trying to remember the name of Spielberg's new film so I could plug it, and I can't. Doomsday or something?
No, I can tell you what it is. Hang on.
I forgot. I can't wait to see it. I may even go to the movie theater to see it. Maybe. Because I never go to the movie theaters anymore. I watch everything at home.
It is called Disclosure Day.
Disclosure Day.
It comes out Friday.
Good. Let's see what happens with Disclosure Day.
It's Spielberg's highly anticipated return to the alien and UFO genre, following a premise he co-wrote alongside David Cope. There you go. Got Emily Blunt, Colin Firth,
wow,
Steve Houston, Wyatt Russell, Josh O'Connor, Coleman Domingo. It's a long film, you guys. 2 hours and 25 minutes.
He likes to do that because he gets his message across. He doesn't abbreviate. I would love to get Spielberg on our show. I wish he would come on.
Hey, you never know.
It would be so wonderful to
We have new bragging rights, so you never know who might
interview
come.
him, because I just love all his work, and I think he's Hollywood genius. And he also agrees with me about Hollywood making bad movies because of the woke baloney. Can't bring politics into film. Can't. Unless it's a political film. Then you go there knowing it's a political film. But if you think it's going to be this wild love story and suddenly it becomes political, you get annoyed. You say, hey, this is not what I paid my ticket for. If I thought it was going to be political, I would have waited for it to come on TV.
Well, Caperton says it costs $200 to take your family to a movie in the movie theater.
I know, but Jimmy and I don't pay sometimes.
Or if we do, there's only two of us, and we're seniors, so
No,
it's
but
less expensive.
I never paid for theater before. The movie theater down here, I never paid for.
Oh, I always pay.
Only because of my show. I was an interviewer and a reviewer, so I got in as a reviewer of the movie.
Ah, okay.
And the theater respected that, and they never charged me. So I never paid to go to
That was nice.
Still, I wonder if that applies also.
I don't know. Say something. Oh, no, we still can't hear you. This is not working out too good. Actually, go out and come back in again, Ray. Like log out and then log back in. And see what we can do. Log out and log back in. Juan, take him out and put him back and tell him to log back in. And we'll see. Hey, everybody. So this is Ray Starry, and we're having some difficulties. It's just one of those days. Let me tell you.
Yeah, but what we should ask him what planet is opposite what planet causing this.
Yeah, we're not. Like, things are in retrograde. Mercury is in retrograde. Is that what they say?
I don't know.
Oh, isn't that what they say?
I don't know. Is that what they call it? Retrograde?
Yeah, Mercury's in retrograde.
I don't know.
That's like when the cosmos are doing weird things and lights go on and things just happen and don't work.
That's what's happening today. Today, everybody's nuts.
Anyway, we got to keep talking or we'll have dead air.
No
And,
dead air. Dead air's murder.
Dead air is murder.
Murder, she said. Murder.
What a day.
What a day.
In the meantime, let's see. Well, what did we do? Last night we watched The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Right.
The Hand That Rocks the Cradle,
Which
with Rebecca De Mornay, which was actually good.
It worked 50 years ago, but it doesn't work anymore because we've had so many of these locked in the house trying to murder me movies. The same script again, as I said.
It was good though with Rebecca De Mornay because we like her.
I know, but they're always chasing each other to the room, slashing each other, the same shit. And the end, of course, the hero is always the good person. But it worked 50 years ago. It was a wonderful film 50 years ago. But today it's kind of like yawn. Let's yawn a little bit.
You gotta love it. What are you gonna do? I think The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, and we also watched something else the other day that was pretty good. But I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember either. We should write it down.
Yeah, I should take note. Well, I didn't take. I took a lot of notes for all other kinds of things to happen today, but none of them are happening.
This guest that we have today is a psychic, and I wanted to know some stuff. So I hope we can get him to speak.
In the chat room, they said they love The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, though. So it made it for $11 million, and it did $160 million. So it was a very successful film. I have a thing that I do now. Every time we watch a movie, I look it up to see how much the budget was and what the box office to see if it was good or if it was bad, and how good it was. Like that's considered a runaway hit.
And I've read some scripts that only need $3 million, and the scripts are fabulous. They would make great movies, and the budget's $3 million, and you can't even raise the $3 million for a good script. That's what's so sad.
It is actually sad because they're redoing everything.
Yep.
I forgot what I read lately. Like there's all kinds of things, popular movies from the 80s and 90s that they're redoing instead of like, there's so many good writers. There's no reason why you can't.
Well, they're getting
do
the good
something new.
writers from that time. Those are the good writers. But you know what it is? It's no longer an art form, acting or movies. Now it's about money. Foreign money. They can't even speak English. All they want to know is how much am I going to make at the end?
And who's in it? All they want to know is who's in it.
Who's in it? They don't give a shit what the script is. The script could be boring as hell. You got Brad Pitt, you got Angelina Jolie, we'll put our money in. And that's all they're doing. So they're making crappy films, and these actors are greedy. They don't have enough millions. Now they want billions. Because the new status in Beverly Hills or Hollywood is billion. How many billion you have? I've heard this in lunch conversations at places we've gone to where people have said, oh, well, you know, he's trying to get $1 billion, to be worth $1 billion. So Hollywood's gone nuts with pricing. I don't know what's going to happen with film 50 years from now. I don't know what we're going to have. I don't think we're going to have actors anymore. I think everything is going to be that AI. And everything is going to be fake. And I think, but anyway, people will be raised on that and they'll think it's wonderful.
Actually, there's a big thing because Martin Scorsese came out in support of AI saying that, you know, it can help do a lot of things, you know, like blowing up buildings and all that kind of stuff, which they've always been doing. And everybody's going against him with it, but it's going to happen.
I don't like when they have actors that are AI.
Right.
That I don't like. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to make a duplicate of, say, Brad Pitt, or a guy that looks almost like Brad Pitt, and suddenly make him a star. You get him for nothing. They don't have to pay a penny because it's not a real person.
They have a new company. There's a company out now that actually pays you to use your image. And they actually pay you. And every time that they use your image in something, you get paid, like, depends on what it is, but you get paid like $4,000 or something every time they use it. And
wouldn't that be sad?
I don't think that's sad. It's
I think it would be sad if I watched my image in a movie and I wasn't.
It's more for commercials. I think.
know, but I wasn't the image, and I no.
Now, see, I'd do it in a heartbeat to make $4,000
Yeah,
or
because
$5,000.
you like money.
That's true. I do. Well, plus, I don't care.
Money's important, but my work is more important. That's why I don't look at my films, because if I look at any of the movies I'm in, I get nauseous because I say, where's the director? Where's the proper script? Where's the lighting? It's so amateur. It's so baloney. The movies I'm in are so predictable. They're horror movies. They're silly. Kids like them. I like doing them because the kids enjoy them. That part makes me happy. When I think that kids go, oh, look at the bad clown. You know, I'm never a clown. I'm always a victim. But I guess we lost our guest. That's it.
I don't know what's going on. We'll see.
We'll have to reschedule him.
In the meantime, I don't know. Juan, right in the chat room, is there anything going on to fix it? I don't know why. I figured he wouldn't have trouble. The other guy, I had to work with to get on, but I figured he would be able to.
How can you have trouble? It's so simple. It's simple.
A lot of people have trouble, so it's not that simple.
It is so. Everybody I know comes on our show. Listen, my friend Terry, if she can get on our show, anybody could get on.
But she just gets on to watch. It's different when you're actually the guest than just watching it. Watching it's easy. Hey Juan, right in the chat room, anything going on with it or not? Or maybe we should. I don't know what we do. I don't have it. Or maybe play a music video. Oh wait, his mic keeps disconnecting. I was trying to troubleshoot with him, but he logged off. Maybe he's gonna come back. Gotta love it. So I think that
don't they rehearse this before they do it?
No, nobody rehearses it.
You should always have them come on the day before.
Yeah, people don't have time to do
well,
that.
Then they can't come on if they're going to pull this. You got to know what you're doing.
Nobody.
This is the business.
I know, but people don't normally have trouble.
We're promoting them. We've already promoted ourselves. We're established. People know who we are.
He should be coming back, hopefully. In the meantime, hey Juan, let's play a music video, and if he comes back, take it out. But don't play his music video because I wanted to play it when he's on. Play any video that you got. I don't care what it is because this show's all fucked anyway. But maybe we can salvage an interview with him and see. So go ahead and play a music video for us. But if he comes back, stop it if you can hear him, and let's see what we can do. I think you should have something. Can't have a winning show all the time. We get one a year that's messed up. So this is our messed up show for the year, you guys.
I can see deep into the future. I can see the to sweep you off your feet. So hit the lights, we're going all the way tonight. I'm gonna take your mind for a ride in euphoria.
Hey, everybody, that's again Euphoria, slightly left of center. And I don't know what to do with all of this since we don't have a guest coming. I don't even.
I guess I'm guys.
Up,
I'm
hey.
back.
Oh, we hear you.
Hey.
Yeah. I technical difficulties, had to try different little things here, but I'm off a computer and on my phone, but it seems to work with my phone for some reason. So
Okay, perfect. All right, so hang
Yeah.
on.
Now
Here we
turn
go.
it sideways.
Can you turn your phone sideways? I don't want him to lose it. Well,
Uh,
go ahead, you go sideways.
like this way.
There you
There you
go.
go.
Perfect.
Now we see you big and better.
All right,
Oh,
everybody.
that's great. I don't know how to make it go like that, but technical. I'll just hang on to it if that's cool.
That's fine. All right,
Yeah.
everybody. Now, our next guest has spent decades on stages around the world, shared bills with legendary punk acts, including Green Day, Face to Face, Circle Jerks, and Lagwagon, worked with some of rock's most respected musicians, and today combines music recovery, advocacy, and spiritual insight into a mission that's changing lives. Please welcome guitarist, producer, psychic, and music care supporter, Ray Ray Starr. Hello.
Hello, and technical wizard by the sounds of things.
Yes. So this is my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Ron Russell.
Hey, how you
Hey,
doing?
Ron, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Let's talk about some things that we have to know about, like
Ron's fascinated with the whole psychic thing.
well, only because I'm very up on it. You know, I mean, I've been doing it since I'm 16. My
Oh,
brother.
you're a reader as well. You're a reader as well.
Do I read? I used
Yeah.
to. I stopped because I predicted a fire in my friend's house where his dog died, and the fire happened. And I said I'd never do it again. And I told Artie, I said, be careful. And you know what caused the fire? We gave him a black and white television as a housewarming gift. It was the television we gave him.
Oh no, that's
Went on
terrible.
fire. So I never read again. But I used to read. My grandmother read. My grandmother was both my grandmothers were like witches. They were wonderful Italian women that believed so hardly in knowing the future. And my grandmother in Italy had a book that was 300 years old, and it was a dream book. And every morning she'd wake up, if she remembered a dream, she'd read her dream and know what was going to happen. So yes, I'm a great believer in what is it I'm looking for? I'm a great believer, not in psychic ability, but I'm a great believer in premonition. That's the word, premonition, I think. You have premonition also, right?
Oh, 100%. It runs in the family for 100. And anyone I've ever met that's so called has the gift to a certain extent, you'll find real quick it runs in the family. Like my great grandmother, she was a medium. My grandmother was a medium, and then on my mother's side, it was her uncle and her aunt also. Different sides, but same thing. They had the gift as well. They would read tea
They
leaves.
were readers.
So, yeah.
My brother-in-law was Greek, and he was the one that taught me when I was a young man about psychometrizing, about all kinds of things. He used to lift a table. Believe it or not, he lifted a table a couple of inches off the ground. We used to watch it. And his sisters were Greek and old-fashioned Greeks, and they read the teacup the coffee cup upside down. They'd spin it and they'd look at it and they tell you. So people have this ability. There's no question about it.
Oh, 100%. I mean, just on my mom's side of the family, the aunt, she would always read for I guess my mom's uncle. And the guy came from nothing, and by following her advice on a regular basis, she would never charge him or anything. And he became a multimillionaire. And he offered to constantly give her money, and she would never take it. So then he paid for her kids through university, and he went to her bank and paid off her mortgage, and and because he said I wouldn't have a penny to my name if it wasn't for the counsel that she gave me. So
That's
you know,
cool.
yeah,
Well,
it's really
do you,
cool.
you let yourself read for you? Because I don't. I don't let myself read for me or my children.
I don't read for myself, but at the same time, I get very, very strong premonitions. And every time I don't listen to that feeling, it causes me a great amount of pain. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Uh,
I know exactly
yeah,
what you mean.
it's like, and I feel to a certain extent, we all have it to a certain extent, but most people choose not to listen to it. You know,
And
and
I allow gut feeling. That's about it. Sometimes if I dream something, I wash my mind of it. I immediately get rid of it. I don't want it in my head because it frightens me. Dreaming about loved ones that die and stuff. And you wake up and you say, wow, was it a dream or was it a premonition? So you have to live with that when you're psychic. You-
well, you can't shut it off. That's the problem. And yeah, they can accept it, or you can go bananas.
Yes.
You know what
so
I
you
mean?
can't read yourself. You cannot read yourself because you'll be very unhappy. But there are times that I use my strength to will things. I'm very good at willing. I will away illness. I will away age. I'm 86 years old. I act.
Wow.
I act.
You don't look it. You do not look it.
No, and I certainly don't act it. And I will age away. I refuse to let age do anything to me to make me other than what I was at 40 or 50. That's something that I have the power to do. I've taught this to a lot of friends of mine. If you're sick, don't give in. Like Jimmy right now is trying to pass stones. He's a
Yeah.
very bad pupil. He doesn't listen. So they say, let him lay there in pain. What do I give a fuck? I'm not going to. But I could really.
That's not true, though. My stones are too big to be passed, according
Yes,
to the
but
doctor.
there's things that you could do not to be in such pain. You can will. You can. You're going to agree with me, Ray. You can either embrace pain or you could get rid of it. Some people love it. They love to complain. Oh, I don't feel good. Oh, I got a pain here. They love that. And the pain loves it too. And whatever's wrong with them, only says, hi, I'm happy. Keep doing it. I'm going to kill you. So you got to stop. You got to say, this is bullshit. I have pain, but I can live with it.
Well, it's very true. Wherever you put your focus, that's where it
But
goes. You
that's
know what
my
I mean?
next question, Ray.
Yeah.
Mind over matter.
Okay. Well, how can I put this? Your mind, and mine included. I mean, I'm no exception to the rule, but your conscious mind runs on fear, constant fear. What
Right.
about tomorrow? What about this? What about that? What? And that's
Exactly.
that. I call it the monkey brain.
Mhm.
It never shuts up, and it just swings from branch to branch to branch.
Absolutely.
And what you have to do, and this is, it sounds simple, but it's mind blowing how hard it is for a lot of people just to sit still and be in the minute, in the moment. And when you do that, that's when the messages come, and that's you know exactly what to do. Like, you know, a lot of people, when they call me for a reading, they already know what the answer is. They just don't want to hear it. Does that make any sense? So it's
Yeah, a
like
lot of sense.
Oh, yeah. Makes a
they're
lot.
looking for someone to co-sign their lie. Like, and a lot of times when I feel something, they don't want to hear it. So, but I haven't been around this long, haven't done it this long. If I didn't tell people what I felt, I'm not going to sit here and sell you a Disney movie. If I feel like there's something off, there's something off. And deep down, I truly feel like a lot of times people know that already, but they don't want to feel it or admit it. And then there's something in themselves that has to be let go of, and whatever that is that be let go of, they can't, because they're listening to that monkey brain so much that it never shuts off. It's no different than polluting your mind constantly with media, with YouTube and television and podcasts and all this stuff, and there's so much noise going on. You can't take a moment just to listen to yourself. And that listening to yourself is not like listening to the fear machine. It's like just being in the moment, and then I guarantee
But
you can
people
clue
listen
into the
to fear
messages.
more than they listen to peace. If you have
Correct.
peace of mind is wonderful, but it's difficult,
It is.
especially when you're falling asleep. As you're falling asleep, your mind starts to tell you all this crazy shit. This one's going to
100%.
die. This is sick. This is going to happen. You'll lose your money, your business, your car, and all the negative crap, because the brain is now getting rid of all the negative thoughts. It's cleansing. And you have to understand that. So don't like fight it and say, oh, I'm not going to think about that. No, think about all that negative shit and remove it from your brain so you'll have a good night's sleep. While you're dreaming, your dreams cleanse your brain. That's what dreaming is. That's the best time to get somewhere psychically, I find.
Well, I can't really say what's the quote unquote best time. I do know though it's very important for me as a reader. I have to center myself a lot. Like give you an idea, like if I do a bunch of readings, like I got to clear my energy, right? Because people just think I'm not a magic 8 ball. You just shake me and the answer comes out. Like it takes a lot of me to get into your energy and to actually read you. So in order, it's like, I get people calling me all the time. Just real quick, I just need to know about this. I was like, hey man, I'm kind of in the middle of something. Like I can't just drop everything and start reading. Like I have to prepare myself, and I also have to prepare when I stop doing it. Right? If I'm to give you the best reading
People
that I can
want
possibly do.
stories. You have stories because that's what they're interested in.
Wait, hold on. I want to go back.
You
Wait.
and I could talk about this on an intelligent level, and people say, "Oh, shut the fuck up." They don't hear us. They're only interested in, I find, if I tell a room of people at a party a story, a psychic story, everyone is listening intensely.
Yeah.
But if I talk about what we're talking about, they're all smoking and drinking and could care less. So
Well, you know what the funny thing is this is the reality. You give people a winning lottery ticket, they complain they got no money. You give them a winning lottery ticket, and the first words out of their mouth is, "What do you mean I got to drive to the store to cash it?" They
Yeah.
don't want to go.
No, that's
Right?
true.
Yeah. It always blows my mind how many people don't want to participate in their own rescue.
I believe that's
my
true.
daughters were moving to California. They were moving to Beverly Hills. And I said to them, you're going to find an apartment with an iron staircase, and it's going to have tile, and there's going to be beams in the ceiling, a fireplace, and it's going to be whatever. And my kids, both my daughters said, okay. Well, sure enough, what did they find? Exactly what I said, to the T, to the letter, to the fireplace that wasn't working. I've done stories on people. I can't say some of them. Jane Russell, was a dear friend of mine. And Jane Russell was a Christian.
Actually, do you know who Jane Russell is? He might not be old
The
enough to know
movie
who
star Jane Russell.
The name sounds super familiar to me.
Yeah, well, was a famous movie star.
She was like Marilyn Monroe at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I know who that is. Yes,
Okay.
yes, I do know
And
this. Yeah.
she used to yell at me because she was such a Christian. She'd
Yeah.
say, "Stop that! That's Satan speaking."
Yeah, I've had that. Lots of that happen to me.
Did you get that? Also?
Yeah, she gets that.
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
I said, Jane, it's not Satan speaking. Satan, there's no such thing as Satan, and if it were, he's not in me. She said,
No.
well, the Lord is speaking. I said, okay, if you want to think the Lord is speaking through me, fine. Here's what I'm telling you: dye your hair brown. You'll look like shit with gray hair. She cracked up laughing. She said, I'm lazy. I said, don't be lazy. When you go out, people don't know who you are. Jane Russell was known for her dark hair, sexy, wild. You got that gray crap. You look like an old lady. So we had that relationship. It was kind of devil versus Jesus, She was holy rolling, and I was scientific. So tell me about it. You got Satan shit too, right?
Oh, all the time, man. All the time. It's like, and the funny thing is, it usually comes from someone that you pin something for them. Like I don't know about you, but sometimes, like, I'm not always trying to read people, but you're just in conversation and something pops in. And it's like, oh, I got to tell them this. So you just tell them that, and then you get something right, as per usual. And then right away, it's Satan. Oh, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Like, yeah, I don't know what you're tapping into there, but it's like, it's not right. I'm like, well, um, you know, I make sure that I light a pentagram and candles every night before I go to bed. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
But I years and years ago, when I was in my early 20s, I was so involved with this, to the point where I read the Bible, not the Lord's Prayer backwards 3 times.
Okay.
That made me a warlock because I wanted to be a witch so badly. So I became, it was the period, that 1960s stuff, everybody was into witchcraft. It was the music.
Yeah.
You know, the music was witchcraft. It's witchcraft. Da, da, da. So that's what I was attributing myself to. Like, you know, I would do a spell, so mote it be, and things like that. But then, of course, I realized that after a while that these are tools that we use to connect with whatever it is we see. Some people use Jesus Christ. Some people use the Madonna. They make novenas. They light candles. These are all the instruments that get your mind to open to see what's in the future. Now, that's my question. What's your tool?
Well, I like to think of myself as a tool.
No, you are a tool. No, you are definitely a tool. When you get psychic, you're a tool.
Oh, 100%. You know, the only way I can explain it, because people have asked me so many times, and I don't know. I don't sit there. I don't need, you know, like things like tarot cards and all that stuff. I mean, if I do, it's. I'll be very honest with you. It's more of a dog and pony show because I really don't need it. But the only way I can explain it when I read for someone, it's like I go into a room. It's a pitch black room with a movie screen, and I'm watching a movie, but the movie is you. It's not me. If that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's and I definitely, there's no doubt about it. I get I call it the universe or spirit. I don't really know the right term for it. I'm not really what you would consider religious or anything like that, but I definitely believe there's something bigger than me and you. And when you tap into that fabric, and I feel we're all connected to that fabric, that's where the messages come, because I don't feel energy dies. It's always sitting in the fabric.
Okay. I don't get pictures. I get voice.
Okay.
My own voice talking to me. Like if I'm going to, I don't read anybody. I've never read anybody professionally. I've only did it with friends. But if I were to read you, my reading would be, I would right away go for your success level, because that's something I'm very familiar with. Okay. I don't go to things that I'm not familiar with. I can't go and read you and say that you're going to go to the moon tomorrow. I can't read you that way, but I can read you as a performer. You're going to be performing in the South soon. You're going to be performing probably in South Carolina. You're going to have a very big audience, but it's going to be a thunderstorm, and you're not going to be able to go on because of the electricity from the lightning. That sort of thing I can do.
Okay.
But it has to be related to what you do, not you're going to drive a 59 Cadillac tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for me, like I don't just start going bananas. I'm like, I start to like, I like to start off with, come to me with something. You know what I mean? Like, what do you want to know? What do we need to focus in on? And, you know, when it comes to relationship stuff, which, believe it or not, it's actually my strong suit, because I really feel there's a very strong energy between two people. And I can't stand when someone says, okay, well, there's Jimmy and there's Bobby and there's like, and I'm like, nah, you're a whore. You know what I mean? You need to figure out who the fuck you are first. You know, but when it's serious, there's a very strong pull between people. And that goes for like when people pass on or what have you. I'm very good at picking up on that kind of stuff. Because I feel like it's almost like a sonic shockwave that happens. And it leaves an imprint, and then I can see that imprint, if that makes any sense.
The only story I have that's fearful is my sister was dating this Italian guy from Astoria, Queens, where we lived. And rumor was it that he was a bookie. All right.
Okay.
And he would date her only on Sunday. He'd take her to dinner, and they'd go to a movie. And it was only he never dated her the rest of the week. So we always thought it was weird. It was one Sunday I said to my sister, don't go out with Joe today. She said, why? I said, I don't know, Anita's my sister. I said, I just got a weird feeling about it. I just don't like it. I just really wish you wouldn't go out with Joe today. She said, well, tell me why. I said, I don't know. Something bad's going to happen.
He got popped.
So my sister, no, my sister was in love with another guy called Mario. And Mario calls up and he wants to see her. So she quickly dumped Joe to go out with Mario. Well, the next day we read in the newspapers that Park down in Lover's Lane, Astoria Park,
yeah,
this guy got shot in the car and the girl was killed.
Yeah.
So there you go. Now, what was making me think that my sister was in danger? I didn't know anything about it. It's just that I knew. And that story is true.
Another way to look at it that I find is like, when you see like animals and they just start going bananas and they freak out and all of a sudden there's like some big horrific storm or there's something, you know what I mean? And it's like they can sense something before it comes. And I feel we have the exact same gift.
Oh, yeah. I believe
all of us have that gift.
Oh, dogs. No, when we had earthquakes, my dog got up and sat on my lap like a puppy, and he was 130 pounds. He was a Brazilian Fila, big, huge dog, and he sat on my lap like a puppy, and he trembled. And sure enough, the quake came.
Hang on, we got to stop this here. Hold on. So you guys listen. So first of all, Ray, I'm gonna call you when the show is over. Because we'll set up another date because we really missed out. And we didn't, because our show ends in 1 minute and we didn't get to talk about music or anything. So we'll reschedule it because your music is fabulous and that's supposed to be the focus of what we're talking on. So you guys, you can follow Ray on Instagram. He's at RayRayStar with a number 1, and his website is rayraystar.com. And for everybody who's asking questions, we will bring him back really soon.
Yep.
And that way we can continue talking about the psychic stuff, but also talk about his fabulous music. So check out rayraystar.com.
Your speaker didn't work.
Yeah, no worries. Something in the universe there.
Yeah, so we will bring you back, and I'll call you in a little bit. And
Ray, you're a terrific guy. You're very interesting.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
I know everybody listening is loving every minute of it. They love this stuff, psychic stuff. And
abracadabra, man.
Well, I'm going to make a prediction.
Okay.
Next time Ray is back, the show is really going to be better.
There you go. All right.
All right.
Hey, Ray, thanks so much. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Bye, everybody. Thanks.
This is MC Alfred and Ozzy. I'm just chilling, Mr. Yo sitting down and designing. Where every man in a thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC. You can't trust me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
British, I'm your one I wanna be. Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out.